Look at her cheap dress. Did you pull that from a thrift bin? No wonder she looks so awkward. My sister sneered across the table. My daughter teared up. Guests shifted. She laughed louder. She's just like her mom, always second rate. I froze as she added, "Pass the turkey, or is that too fancy for you?" Hi, I'm Alina, and I'm 35 years old. I'm a single mom working as a nurse in a small clinic here in town. I grew up as the overlooked sibling in a judgmental family. My sister was always the one they praised, while I stayed in the shadows, helping out quietly. After my tough divorce 5 years ago, I raised my daughter Lily alone. It wasn't easy. I juggled long shifts at the hospital with school runs and bedtime stories. My family never offered much support. They saw my life as a mess. I wasn't living in a big house or driving fancy cars like my sister, but I had a quiet strength and connections from my job that they never bothered to ask about. In the clinic, I met people who valued my hard work. They saw potential in me that my family ignored. I dreamed of giving Lily a better future, one where she wouldn't face the same doubts I did. Balancing everything left me exhausted some nights. I'd sit in the quiet kitchen after Lily slept, wondering if I'd ever prove them wrong. They labeled me the failure. Deep down, I knew my worth. It just took time to show it. My patients thanked me daily. That built my confidence. Lily's hugs kept me going. I wasn't glamorous, but I was real. If you've ever felt like your hard work as a parent goes unnoticed or criticized, you're not alone. Subscribe to hear more stories like this and drop in the comments if your family ever made you doubt your parenting. Let's support each other. Click hype to boost this for every underestimated mom out there. Let's dive in. That Thanksgiving dinner at my parents' house started off warm. The smell of roasted turkey and pumpkin pie filled the air. Family gathered around the long wooden table. Extended relatives chatted happily. But then my sister, Sarah, turned her eyes on Lily. "Why bring her if she can't even eat properly? You're embarrassing us all," she said loudly. Everyone heard. Lily, only 9, dropped her fork. Her small face turned red. I defended her softly. "Sarah, please, she's doing her best." But Sarah didn't stop. She escalated with cutting remarks about our modest lifestyle. "Don't you have any pride, or is this the best you can do?" she snapped. The room grew quiet. Aunts and uncles avoided my gaze. The humiliating dialogue peaked when Sarah implied Lily was spoiled by pity. "Poor thing, everyone feels sorry for her because of you," she added with a smirk. Lily burst into tears and ran from the table. Her chair scraped loudly against the floor. I chased after her, my heart breaking. In the hallway, I held her close. She sobbed into my shoulder. Back at the table, guests murmured awkwardly. My parents said nothing. They just passed the gravy boat. I felt publicly shamed, like all my efforts as a mom were worthless. Anger boiled inside me. This wasn't the first time Sarah targeted us, but mocking my child crossed a line. I vowed silently not to let it slide this time. As we returned, Sarah smiled smugly. The tension hung heavy. The clink of silverware sounded sharper now. My mind raced. How had family time turned so toxic? Lily picked at her food quietly. I forced a smile for her. Inside, I seethed. Sarah chatted with cousins as if nothing happened, but I saw the cracks. Guests whispered. One uncle shook his head. My mom avoided my eyes. Dad cleared his throat. The evening dragged on. I wondered if anyone else felt the unfairness. Lily's eyes stayed downcast. That hurt most. She didn't deserve this. Neither did I. We had come for connection. Instead, we got cruelty. By the end of the main course, I knew change was coming. No more silence from me. The betrayals kept coming that night. First, after dinner, Sarah organized family photos in the living room. The camera flashed brightly. She excluded Lily and me without hesitation. Whispering loudly to our cousin, she said, "We don't want the pity cases ruining the shot." Lily heard and squeezed my hand. Tears welled up again. I bit my lip. The exclusion stung deep. Everyone posed happily without us. My parents joined in, laughing. I stood in the corner, invisible. That reflective sadness washed over me. Why did they always push us aside? I remembered childhood holidays like this, always the afterthought. Bitter thoughts crept in. They favored Sarah's polished life. Mine was too real for them. Second escalation hit during dessert. Pumpkin pie slices passed around. Sarah publicly insulted my job. Nursing? That's for people who couldn't make it in real careers, like you, she declared to the table. Guests chuckled nervously. My cheeks burned. I had saved lives that week, yet here I was a joke. The bitterness grew. How dare she belittle my passion? I suffered emotionally, holding back tears. But resilience sparked. In the kitchen later, I comforted Lily. "You're amazing, sweetie. Don't listen to her." Lily nodded, hugging me tight. The sound of laughter from the dining room echoed. It fueled my resolve. Third betrayal sealed it. Sarah manipulated our parents into giving her extra gifts meant for Lily. A pretty necklace and some toys. "She doesn't need it. She'll just waste it like her mom does," Sarah claimed sweetly. Mom handed them over. Dad agreed. "You're right, dear." I watched in shock. Lily's face fell. That manipulation twisted the knife. Family sided with Sarah again. "That's enough. She's just a kid," I responded firmly once, but they brushed me off. "Don't be dramatic, Elena." Isolation heightened. I felt alone in a room full of relatives. Whispers spread. Sarah's arrogance shone. She twirled the necklace. Bitter reflection hit me. Years of this pattern, supporting them through their troubles, getting nothing back. Sadness mixed with anger. I wiped a tear discreetly. Lily leaned on me. Her warmth reminded me why I fought. No more. I decided to confront the pattern. Quietly, I planned my stand. The night wore on, tensions simmered. Dessert plates clattered. I breathed deeply. Strength built inside. They underestimated us, but not for long. What they didn't know was that I had a powerful secret ally from my work, a respected doctor who'd seen my dedication up close. Dr. Ramirez had mentored me for years. In quiet moments at the clinic, he praised my skills. "Elena, you're the heart of this place," he'd say over coffee breaks. My family never knew about him. They dismissed my job as lowly. But he offered support unbeknownst to them. After shifts, we'd talk about life. I shared bits of my family struggles. He listened without judgment. "You deserve better," he once told me. That stuck. I had invited him to dinner as a friend. No one questioned it. He blended in politely, but he knew the family's history from my stories. He was ready to step in if needed. Suspense built in my mind. Would tonight be the moment? They thought I was alone in this, but my connections ran deeper than their shallow judgments ever could. Dr. Ramirez observed everything quietly. His presence gave me subtle confidence. I recalled a recent case where we saved a patient together. He high-fived me after. "Teamwork," he grinned. That bond was real, unlike my family's fake smiles. Teas of impact lingered. If Sarah pushed further, he'd act. I glanced at him across the room. He nodded slightly. My secret weapon. They mocked my world, but it held power they ignored. The clock ticked softly. Anticipation grew. What would happen next? I sipped my water, calm on the outside. Inside, a plan formed. They saw weakness. I had strength hidden in plain sight. The doctor, my wise and powerful mentor from work, attended as a guest. He sat quietly, observing the family's arrogance unfold. During a side conversation in the hallway, he shared subtle encouragement. "You've got this, Elena. Don't let them dim your light," he whispered. That boosted my confidence to push back. I straightened my shoulders, felt less alone. Meanwhile, Sarah boasted about her perfect life. "My job pays so well. I travel everywhere," she bragged to aunts. Assuming I was defeated, she figured I wouldn't fight back. Her laughter rang out. Parents nodded proudly. They enabled her fully. Whispers of more insults circulated. A cousin murmured to another, "Sarah's on a roll tonight." Tension built thick. The air felt heavier, leading towards an inevitable showdown at the table. Coffee poured, cups clinked. Dr. Ramirez caught my eye again. His calm presence steadied me. Sarah targeted me once more. "Still single, Elena? No surprise." Snickers followed. I clenched my fist under the table. The build-up intensified. Parents changed topics weekly, but Sarah pressed on. Arrogance blinded her. She thought she'd won. Little did she know. My ally watched it all, ready to intervene. The room buzzed with unease. Lily fidgeted beside me. I patted her hand. Soon, things would shift. Cold determination set in. No more victim. Time to assert control. At the Thanksgiving dinner table, surrounded by family and guests, I revealed my hidden strength. Sarah launched into her latest rant. "Elena, you and Lily drag us down. Always have." I signaled Dr. Ramirez with a glance. He stood up slowly. The room hushed. "I've seen Elena save lives while you mock her. Your jealousy is showing, and it's ugly," he said firmly. Sarah's mouth dropped. "Who are you to talk?" she sputtered. But he continued. "Remember your health scare last year? You begged Elena for help at the clinic. She stayed late, comforted you, but you never thanked her. Instead, you belittle her now." Guests gasped. An aunt nodded. "Is that true?" Sarah stammered denials. "That's not how it happened." Dr. Ramirez pressed on. "I was there, witnessed it all. Elena's kindness shines. Yours? It's all show." The backfire hit hard. Relatives turned questioning eyes on Sarah. My parents shifted uncomfortably. "Sarah, explain," Dad said. She flushed red. "It's lies." But the truth hung heavy. Guests sided with the doctor. An uncle said, "Sounds like hypocrisy to me." The humiliation flipped. Sarah's face crumpled. I joined in confidently. "You thought you could break us, but we're stronger than your words." My voice was cold and assertive. Lily looked up proudly. Sarah broke down publicly. Tears streamed. "Fine, you're right." She slumped in her chair. The table erupted in murmurs. Dr. Ramirez sat back. Job done. I felt empowered. No more doubts. The confrontation peaked. Sarah's reign ended there. Guests applauded quietly. My assertiveness paid off. Family stunned, silent. The shift was complete. Lily and I left that dinner that night empowered. We walked out with heads high. I cut ties with those toxic family members. No more holidays together. We focused on our own path instead. Sarah lost face with relatives. They distanced themselves. Whispers spread about her cruelty. My parents regretted enabling her. They called later, apologetic, but it was too late. Left isolated in their regret, they faced empty gatherings. That night taught me family isn't about blood. It's about who lifts you up, not tears you down. I built a new life with supportive people. Dr. Ramirez became like family. We hosted small dinners with clinic friends. Laughter filled our home. I'm proud of my resilience. Lily's smile returned brighter. She thrived in school. I got a promotion at work. Life felt lighter. No more shadows. If someone's ever mocked you kid in front of others, making you feel helpless, I get that pain. Subscribe and tell me in the comments about a time you stood up for your child or wish you had. Your experiences inspire me. Click hype to help this story reach others who need it. If this story resonated with you, please give it a like and click hype to help it reach more people who need to hear it. Your voice matters in our community. Share your own experience in the comments below.